Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon Modded. In the previous episode we started off our journey somewhat strong, with with one good trip down the old road and a sojourn into the ruins. Unfortunately, we immediately got our asses handed to us because I was a complete idiot and didn't look at our new mercenaries' abilities before sending them off into the ruins. Thankfully, though, we've still got our Highwayman, Plague Doctor, and Vestal available to us, plus whoever is on the stagecoach. Let's see, another Pit Fighter. I don't need a Plague Doctor. The thing is, you don't really want to get duplicates of heroes too early on, just because of the limited space, and you're going to want a good variety of heroes.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
Now, I'm not sure. I know I went over the blacksmith, but I don't think I went over the guild. The guild is essentially where you go to change up your hero's abilities, and once we're able to upgrade it, which we can't at the moment, to upgrade their abilities. Now, Grape Shot and Open Vein can be useful, but I'm personally a bigger fan of Point Blank Shot and Duelist's Advance. Very useful, especially with Riposte, because that is an awesome ability. So I will be spending some gold. Yes, I know, heroes can only have 4 active combat abilities in order to get those 2. And swap out Grape Shot with Point Blank Shot and Open Vein with Duelist Advance. This does mean he's not going to really have a really strong position, but I'd say it's worth it. Now, I know there was some abilities I wanted to get for the Plague Doctor, that being Battlefield Medicine, very useful if you've got someone who's bleeding, and Emboldening Vapors. Good for giving your heroes that extra damage that they need to finish off a powerful enemy. Now the question is, what am I going to trade them out for? I'm definitely going to keep Disorienting Blast, just because it'll be useful for clearing out all the corpses. Plague Grenade is always good for hitting those stress inducers in the back row. I think I'll get rid of Noxious Blast and Blinding Gas to get these 2. Now let's take a look at our Vestal. Let's see, Dazzling Light, I'm definitely going to keep that. Could be useful for giving me that extra torch boost in addition to stunning enemies. Definitely keeping Divine Grace and Divine Comfort. I think I'll get rid of Illumination to get her Judgment, just so that she has an actual attack that she can use from the back row. And get rid of Illumination for it. Because I want her to be the reliable healer of the group. And you'll see what that means later on. Let's see. Come Hither. That'd be good for pulling some enemies to the front row. Hook and Slice. Good for inflicting bleed against the back row. Yeah, I'd say we're actually good for our Bounty Hunter. Let's see, what position was he best suited for? First and second. Well, actually second and third, but he can work from the first, which is good given Point Blank Shot on Dismas. Okay, I think with that and everybody already in stress relief, let's embark. We are not headed into the darkest dungeon. Let's see. Probably gonna go for a short one. The question is, Ruins or Wield? Let's see, plus 20% skill stun, plus 5 ranged accuracy skills, or 5 accuracy on ranged skills. And the base reward is crests, which I desperately need, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that. Dismas will take the front, so that he can get a point blank shot off first turn. I'll put Cannaville behind him, followed by Gibard and Corban. Let's check out our trinkets, unequip. I'm still going to keep him with the Vengeful Boots. Nobody can use that. Let's see. Plus 20 Blight resistance. Who has the lowest Blight? Let's see. 30, 70, 40. Yeah, he's definitely got lowest blight. May as well give this to him. And 20% stun skill chance. I don't think I really need that. Oh, this reminds me. Necromania, fascinated with corpses. Well, better than the necrophiliac. Wait, is that the proper one? Screw it. I shouldn't go any deeper into that. Gambler, he'll only gamble in town, fine. But he is tough, so he has better HP. And... ooh, this is a good one. Plus 10% damage if torch above 75, and given how I keep my torch going, that will be useful. Alright, I'd say that's it. Let's get our provisions and get going. Hopefully this one will go better than the last time. Let's see, it's a short mission, so I'll take along 12 food and 8 torches. Always gotta bring 2 shovels. Let's see, what kind of things can we find in the ruins? Let's see, there's a chance of an Iron Maiden, which we can use medicinal herbs on. And there is a confessional and a holy shrine that we can use holy water on to great effect. Already got a key, just in case we get a special something. I won't ruin it. I think we're good. Let's embark.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Not the best map setup, but not the worst we could get. The way I see it, we're probably going to go around here, go to here, then backtrack, and then go around this way. That should get us 90% of the rooms. Oh, and something I've noticed is that first-timers into any dungeon will always get 20 stress no matter what. Ooh, free torch. Perfect.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
And we get a trap right away. No matter. I can always heal off the damage. And no battle to show off my new combat skills. Or my new class. At least she dodged that one. And another free torch. This is going to be a pattern game. I mean, I don't mind the free torches, but come on. Enough with the traps already. And the first of our torches actually gets used. Ah, perfect. Good thing I used that got those medicinal herbs to use on the Iron Maiden.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
750 gold. I mean, that's more than we spent to get the herbs, but still. Haven't encountered any battles yet. Don't know if that should be good or if I should be concerned by that. Oh well, thankfully Torchlight doesn't go down as quickly when backtracking through certain areas. I mean, never mind. I was about to say I will be severely shocked if we don't run into anything. Okay, Gebard, get a plague grenade off on the Bone Courtier. Get him blighted. And Dismas, go for the point-blank shot on the Cultist Brawler. Good for a lot of damage early on. And I'm going to have Corban go for the Judgment on the Bone Courtier, because we want to get him out of here as soon as possible. Let's see, gets him down to 4. Yeah, don't have to worry about him now. The Blight will finish him off, just as I will be finishing off this Brawler.
Destroyed. A death by inches.
Oh, you have no idea, narrator. Good, resisted the bleed. I think I'm gonna go for some emboldening vapors on Dismas. Give him a nice 25% damage increase. And then advance him forward with the Duelist Advance.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Now, what a riposte essentially is it's a counterattack. And, oh, journal page. The blackest of fates. Our purpose was to desecrate their animalistic shrines and thus disperse the swine folk. But soon we came across an artifact, and this was far beyond the crude fetishes crafted by the pigmen. It looked as if obsidian had been grown and twisted into a dark symbol of worship. It cradled a pulsing red orb, glowing with malevolent light. Cuthbert, Boylan, and I hesitated, but thrice-damned Mizir, driven by crazed impulse, thrust his torch in a hidden receptacle and thus sealed our fate. Yeah, that's actually a thing we can encounter in this game, and I will not be messing with this early on. But anyways, like I was saying, riposte is essentially a counterattack. However, it triggers whenever the character gets attacked, whether they get hit or not. So if your character misses or dodges, they still counter the enemy. It's a nice way to get a little extra damage in on them. Ah, there are our room battles. And I think I'll be avoiding the wall. Now that I know the alchemy table. I know I can use a torch to max out my torchlight, but I think if I use some gold, and I'm going to switch over to Plague Doctor, not that I think that has an effect, it'll get me more gold. Never mind. You know what, I'm just going to go for the torch. It's useful.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
It's useful if you're, say, really low on torchlight and torches, and you need to max it out for whatever reason. 90, 80, 70, 60. The stress relief would be nice, but I don't trust that 70% chance. So I'm going to go for the guaranteed thing. Yeah, disarming traps, if done successfully, can actually relieve the stress on
the promise of safety
on your heroes. Alright, Dismas, go for the point-blank shot, take care of the bone rabble.
Back to the pit.
Let's see, Corbin, use your judgment on the bone courtier. Good thing that corpse is actually there. Never thought I'd say that, because it means I can hit both of these guys with a plague grenade. Hopefully they both get blighted. Yes, courtier is no longer a problem. Let's see, take out the bone soldier, or just severely weaken him.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Saw that coming. Let's see, go for another plague grenade on the Arbalist, because, thankfully, these things stack. He is now taking 8 damage. Let's see, I think I'll use Come Hither to damage him, just so that the Blight will kill him, even if it doesn't move him.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Ah, damn, I was hoping Corbin would get to the first move. Suppose I could just swap them around so I could get that Divine Comfort. And nobody got some stress relief. Oh well. And go for a little extra healing. Point blank shot.
Another one falls.
I love that move.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
No, that's definitely success, you see. Ah, good. Crests. We need lots of those. Okay, let's keep moving on. Ooh, more heirlooms. I'm doing a really good job of surprising these guys.
Decimated.
Ah, damn. He dodged it. And he dodged that. Not surprising, but still. Yeah, that is why I want to get rid of bone courtiers as fast as possible. Because if left on the battlefield alive too long, they will cause a lot of stress to the party. Alright, let's get a battlefield medicine going, take care of that bleed before it becomes a problem. Then hit the guy with another judgment.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Alright, go for a duelist advance. And then finish him off with a collect bounty.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright, could have gone a little better with that bone courtier, but oh well. Such is the game. Alright, move on to the next battle, and hopefully the final room.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
A bit of hunger, not an issue.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
I got an acolyte this time. Ooh, definitely need to do some focused healing on. I have no idea. Canoville. Alright, get them with a plague grenade, hopefully. Good. Okay, good. Keep up those dodges. I'm gonna get you some healing. That's fine. Go for the guy who has no stress whatsoever until just now. Should I go for the risk on this? May as well.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Actually, kinda didn't want that. Just because now I can't hit the acolyte with a plague grenade. I mean, I wanted the guy dead, but I also wanted his corpse to be there. No matter. She's dead on her next turn anyways. Let's go for a damage boost on our bounty hunter. I'm just gonna stick with class names for now. Oof. Need some more Divine Grace over here. And take care of the Brawler. Or at the very least weaken him.
Their formation is
off.
broken. Maintain the offensive.
Let's go for a come hither on the Arbalist. Don't want to waste time on the
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Acolyte for those reasons.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I don't think hitting up that last room is going to be worth it, so let's return to the hamlet.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Good, got a good amount of crests. Might be able to upgrade either the blacksmith or the guild with that. Drachnomania, obsessed with killing. Stress Eater. Ooh, that's probably something I'm going to want to get rid of as soon as possible. But we did get Ruins Explorer. Natural Swing, +5 accuracy. Nice.
All the decadent horrors I have seen pale in comparison to that final, crowning thing. I could not look, nor could I look away.
Oh boy. Buron's debauchery has reached new heights, whereabouts unknown. Great. What these question marks mean is that they are currently unavailable, but whatever. But we now have access to the sanitarium. Let's say you have a quirk or a disease that's causing you some serious problems with your heroes, say Stress Eater. Well, you can just throw them right in here and get rid of that. Now keep in mind, locked in abilities cost a ton of money to cure. Now, here's the thing. You can also lock in certain abilities, again, for a ton of money. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to be getting rid of Stress Eater, which is... oh, God, that's going to cost me a lot of money, and my... you know what? I think I'm going to pass on that. Let's check out our stagecoach. Ooh, Man-at-Arms.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Alright, what abilities you got? Let's see. Command. Let's see. Bolster. Rampart. Crush. I'm probably going to keep Crush. I might keep Bolster and swap out Command with Retribution. He's one of the other classes that has a riposte ability. Let's see, accuracy or dodge. I like being able to avoid attacks, so I'm going to swap out Command for Retribution. Now let's see. We could upgrade the Instructor Mastery, or we could go for the Blacksmith and upgrade Weapon and Armor Smithing. And you know what? Damage and survivability are more important to me, so I'm going to take that.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield, anything to prolong a soldier's life.
Now, keep in mind, just because you have these doesn't mean that everybody can get them. You see, not only do you need to have the specific level of weapon and armor smithing, but your hero also has to be a certain resolve level in order to get them. So, even if you were to cheat the game and max out your, or max out upgrading all of your buildings, doesn't mean you can take advantage of all of them. Some of them, yes, but not all of them. But while we're here, I may as well upgrade the people that I can. Let's see. Can I? Ooh, I can get the furnace and reduce costs. Yeah, why not?
In the end, every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
Alright, his battered longsword now becomes a regular longsword. Rusty hauberk, gets him some chainmail. Let's see, he gets a versatile pistol and blade. Don't know what's up with the space between the name and the damage. See, durable overcoat. Crafted satchels. Intern's robes. I could have sworn that in the hospital hierarchy, an attending was higher than an intern. Oh well. Steady mace. Wore light cloth and plate. Can't do anything for these guys because they're not here. Can't upgrade hers. But I can upgrade his to a refurbished axe and rigid leathers. Or, sorry, buckled leathers. Okay, then. I think that should do it, and I might as well get rid of these.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Yeah, this is basically where you can go to re-watch or re-listen to certain things, so to speak. And look over your collected journals. Did not know that part.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
And this is where you go to see where all your heroes have died. It's essentially the equivalent of the It is essentially the equivalent of the memorial for XCOM. Alright, we got enough time for another quest. Let's see what we got. Bag of marbles for an antiquarian. Ours is currently unavailable. Let's see, should I really be sending these guys out? I could go for her. Let's see, is Bachmer? Bachmer's good for the second set. Automatanophobia? Automatanophobia? I thought that was a fear of robots, not humans. Whatever. I mean, she does need to gain a level. Which reminds me, I should head into the guild and change up her skills. Let's see, Iron Swan, that's good for hitting the back row. Wicked Hack, that's also good. I'd prefer to get the Adrenaline Rush just because of the ability to self-cure Blight and Bleed and buff damage. So I'll probably swap out Bleed out for that. Let's see, what do we got here in the Cove? Beast Slayer's Ring, that might be good. Scouting Whistle for the Houndmaster. No, but the scouting only works if it's below 21 on Torch. Also have the Damage Stone. Let's see, well, let's take this guy out. And seeing as how I'm not bringing them along, I may as well send them into stress relief. Wait a minute, didn't he have a... he'll only gamble. And I don't have the means to upgrade the gambling. God damn you, Caretaker. Whatever. At least this time I planned out and I know that I'm not bringing them along. Now the question is, what do we go for? I could really use Deeds and Crests. So I think we can safely rule out the Wield. Yeah, we've been spending too much time in the ruins. We should really focus on getting other areas up to snuff. I could go for the Damage Stone. With Beast Slayer's Ring. We need crests for everything, so I think I'm gonna go for the Warrens. What is this? Berserk Charm? When did we get that? Did I miss something? Let's see. Let's see. Has impressed the abbot with piety. Oh. Okay, that's where it came from. Let's see. I know Blight is going to be a problem in the Warren, so who has the lowest? Let's see. 40, 30, 70, 40. Alright, you get the Blight charm. Let's see. Accuracy on ranged skills. Does Judgment count as ranged? Yeah, it does. So does a Plague Grenade, though I don't think a Plague Grenade is going to be very useful. So I'm probably going to give the Archer's Ring to our Vestal. I think I might pass on using the Berserk Charm. Don't use anything with Stunning. Actually... yeah, but he's already got low enough dodge as it is. And I think I'll give the Vengeful Boots to our Hellion. Now that I know this time that everybody is in proper places and that we're not going to have another repeat of last time, let's head out for the Warrens after we get our provisions. See, I think, yeah, we're definitely going to want to bring some medicinal herbs, because there is something we can use it on to gain a ton of food. Definitely going to want to bring some extra anti-venom, just to be on the safe side, in case I've got someone with some bad blight coming out of a battle. And I think we're good. Alright, let's head out.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Yep, figures there'd be a battle right over here for me to have to deal with. Oh well. Dinner cart. Okay, I'm going to be checking the guide for these things. Shouldn't take me too long. Dinner cart. Let's see, 100% with herbs. Yep, gonna use them. May as well.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Damn, why did I even bother buying food? I just got 14 for free. Oh well. Let's see, free painting. Now, who's got the best chance of disarming this? 60, 50, 70, 60. Gibbard, you're up. Good. With a nice little bit of stress relief.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
I don't know if I'd call it a star. It's definitely a fire. Eh, just a bunch of maggots. Not too big a deal. Let's see. Just crush them. They're fairly
Begone,
weak.
fiend.
And they don't leave behind corpses, so no issue there.
Another one falls.
Nice little bit of stress relief from the critical hit. Oh yes, I forgot they do stun.
Executed with impunity.
Ah, good. Our Vestal's going first. Let's go for some Divine Comfort. A little bit of heal, chance to get rid of some stress. And finish this guy
Back
off.
to the pit.
And another food cart. Not going to bother with that. Definitely not going to bother with this. There are certain curios in the game that...
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
As I was saying, there are certain curios in the game you never interact with for any reason. Oh boy, we got a swine wretch. That is not something you really want to have to deal with. Okay, they've got 40% resistance, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Because, well, the big problem with swine wretches is that they can disease your heroes. Good, they're blighted. Yeah. They can vomit on you, which will cause stress, but also has a chance to cause you to become diseased, which is a very bad thing, because that means you have to send your hero into the sanitarium. And you may think, what's so bad about that? Well, if they're in the sanitarium, they're not getting relief for their stress. And because of that, that means you have to spend an extra week just taking care of their stress after having taken care of their...
Press this advantage. Give them no
after
quarter.
having taken care of their disease. Well, at least we had already gone by the time he's stunned. By the time he stunned us. Now, those guys are meant to be able to cause you to bleed, but oh well.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
You already said that this episode. I mean, it doesn't make you any less right, but still. Let's go for a bit of an adrenaline rush for our next attack. Because this guy's got some protection. Let's go for the Retribution. Not only does this give us Riposte, but it gives us Marked, which makes us more likely to be hit or targeted by our enemies. And let's increase that damage with some Emboldening Vapors. Okay, good enough. That damage will be enough for the Blight to take her down. Thankfully she resisted the stun, and let's hit him with our attack. Maximum damage. Not enough to kill him, but enough for my Vestal to finish the job.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Way ahead of you, narrator.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
I know I could get some extra heirlooms by using the key, but I want to hold off on it just in case. Okay, there's that taken care of. Now we get to backtrack all the way through. Thankfully, we won't have to worry about our light. At least not until we get back to the entrance. What are you getting stressed out about? You've already seen all this. Alright, gonna have a battle immediately coming up. In which case, seeing as how I have all this extra food, may as well eat some. Oh great, another wretch. Who immediately gets to go first? Good, no disease. Can't hit it with the Iron Swan. May as well go for the Plague Grenade, which then misses. Fine. Work on taking these guys down in that case. While our Vestal can take out the Swine Wretch.
Annihilated.
Did not expect that. Then again, I'm not going to complain. Alright, get a Retribution going. Didn't hit him, but I still get my riposte and marked. Let's go for a little Battlefield Medicine, take care of some of the minor wounds. Yes.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I love it when I get a kill from a riposte.
A devastating blow.
Wow. I didn't even know you could get critical hits from a riposte. Let's see if I can't, make this last a little longer so I can get rid of that bleed on our man-at-arms. Come on. Ah, come on. Alright, fine, I can get some healing off, counteract the bleeding, and a little bit of stress relief. Finally.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay. Gibbard, you're up. Damn it.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
I actually wasn't being careless. I picked the best person for the job. Well, she's definitely getting some stress relief. If I brought some bandages, I could go after this rack of blades to maybe get something, but no. Ooh, a pack. Which has already been looted. Eh. Better than it having a trap inside. Why do I get the feeling there's only going to be one room battle? Ooh, a journal page. Let's see, Day 4, Journal of Darius, Highwayman. Day 4, the road to this damned hamlet was a tricky one, both to find and to travel. When it revealed its ruined face, I swore I had never seen such neglect. Some buildings collapsed and uncaring residents fidgeting uselessly. I went swiftly to the tavern. Others with similar interest had gathered there, and I was assembled into an expedition. We leave at first light on the morrow. By the way, don't expect any happy endings from these
Such
books.
blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
And by books, I mean journals. What are a bunch of bone rabble doing down here? mean, the Carrion Eater, sure. But the Bone Rabble? I mean, you can find enemies...
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
...from other areas, but it's pretty rare that it happens.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end. In Radiance, may we find victory.
Ah, Madman. That guy's not good. He can perform a party-wide stress increase. Alright, let's just get a riposte going right away. Yeah, there's his party-wide stress increase. He's someone else you want to get rid of as soon as possible.
A singular strike.
Become as dust. I gotta say, I enjoy a lot of their critical hit banter, so to speak. Hold up, I need a drink. Anyways, where was I? Alright, critical hit banter. Some of it can be rather amusing. Well, that's one more person I'm going to be sending in for some stress relief. Alright, this guy's dead on his next turn. This guy is not. And of course,
The slow death.
Did get hit.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Maybe if I get another blight? Okay, now he's dead. Let's just focus everything we've got on this guy. Get ourselves marked.
Precision
So that he is
and
more likely to
power.
hit us. Alright, let's get some battlefield medicine to take care of that bleed.
A death by inches.
Finish this guy off. Hello.
This expedition at least promises success.
Let's see, very rare. Violet's Pet. Plus 4 speed, plus 12 accuracy, plus 50% HP damage inflicted when starving, and plus 50% food consumed. Yikes. Let's see, Deed, Accuracy Stone, and Skeleton Key. But we're not done yet. One final battle. Ah, remember the journal from the last expedition we went on? This is the thing that they were talking about. The only way to activate it is to use a torch on it. But there's no way in hell I'm letting a party this low in level take on what happens. We may eventually do that, but
Mechanical hazards, possessed by evil intent.
as I was saying, we may eventually do that, but not anytime soon.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
And of course they surprise us when we have Radiant Light. No matter. At least it wasn't too bad of a shuffle. And all we have to deal with are these spiders. They're not too bad. Well, outside of the blight that they can cause. Thankfully, though, we seem to be doing a good job of avoiding or resisting it altogether. Alright, just start crushing them. Was that the absolute minimum he could have done? Because I think it was. By the way, I don't know if I noticed it, I mentioned this, but one good thing about Battlefield Medicine is that you never have to worry about choosing between healing the Plague Doctor or someone else. Because if the Plague Doctor is also afflicted and heals someone else, then they also get healed. Nice to know.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Eldritch Altar. Holy Water, remove random negative quirk. Ooh, that could be useful. What have I got? Nothing too bad on him. Torn Rotator. That would be good to get rid of. Though I could take the chance to get rid of Stress Eater. I think I'll take that chance. Oh wait, I didn't bring any holy water with me. That was the last expedition. Never mind.
Their squeals fade. Their confidence is shaken.
Alright, got some decent heirlooms for a short expedition. Good amount of money. Alright, what quirks have we gotten? Unerring, plus 10% damage on ranged skills, which is pretty much useless. Paranormania, obsessed with the paranormal. Warren's Tactician, okay, that's good. And Steady, minus 10% stress, that is awesome.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Ooh, a day long awaited. Word of our predicament has spread, and a new crop of aspiring corpses, maybe best to not refer to them as such, stepped from the stagecoach. That could be good again. Good for us. But before we do that, let me check the guild. Can't upgrade the instructor mastery yet. Oh, that's right, I should probably check. Went on Drunken Bender, hasn't been seen since the previous evening. Great. Thankfully, though, our Antiquarian and our Pit Fighter have returned. So that's something at the very least. Now then, let's see. Let's send in Hugonin to get her reinforced glaive and restitched leathers and furs, and Brockmare to get his private's mace and military issue armor. And we may as well take a look at the stagecoach, see what new stuff we can get. Let's see, you Houndmaster, gonna take that.
A lawman and his faithful beast. A bond forged by battle and bloodshed.
Unfortunately, we can only get 2 more people, and I'm inclined to get the Vamp, because she is actually a good character. Let's see. Grave Robber could be nice, because I do rather enjoy their poison darts. But the Occultist with a Wield Reconstruction is also useful. Ooh, decisions. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I mean, they'll always show up, but having an extra healer could be nice.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
And I think the next thing we want to focus on upgrading is definitely our hero barracks, because we are currently full up. Now, let's see, anything I should know? Doesn't matter where I send him. So let's toss him in the bar. And Gibbard. Oh great, Sickly is locked in. Oh well, at least Stress Eater hasn't. Let's send you somewhere cheaper. Like the Cloister. Okay, with that, guys, I'm going to end this episode off here. We definitely had a much better time of it this time around. So, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and don't forget to check the card up in the upper right corner to vote for next week's Friday Let's Play. See you guys in the next episode.